Render is about to shock the world and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doc and today's video I'm going to explain to you why Render is about to shock the world in the coming weeks and also give you my Render short-term price prediction. So let's start this video off with what actually happened with the Render price since my last video. So my last video was actually like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and the price at that point was I think around $4.80, so it was on Saturday the 3rd of August. Since then we had a major bottom, which I actually mentioned in that video, which would have been the lower low, but we actually stayed above that, which is actually very bullish. And then Render has been doing some very nice and incredible uptrend, and today's actually exploding. And I've been actually talking about this on Twitter as well, because if you see the 4-hour chart, so I was actually drawing this chart a couple of days earlier, a breakout was actually about to happen and it could have been very, very bullish. So if we take the line here and we just cross it with 3 points, you can see that this was being a massive downtrend and an uptrend could send Render much higher. I actually called this one on Twitter as well, because if you go to Twitter on August the 20th, I said that the support zone was looking very strong, the chart looks bullish, and the next Render breaks out will send Render about $5.60. And basically, in less than 3 days, as you can see, it went straight to $5.60. It's actually above $6 now as well, which was my other call from the week. So Render's looking very, very strong, and there's definitely a reason for that, and we're gonna talk about this in a second. So the first major Render event is the Nvidia earnings dates and reports on August the 28th of 2024. I actually talked about this event 3 weeks ago in my previous video, and actually said in that video that this could do the reversal, that Render could start pumping towards this event, and it's actually happening. And this event also has been very, very good for Render in the past, because if we take a look at the chart, so let's take the event which actually happened in May. So if we take a look at the price range, so we can see it here, the price range, it actually started with the bottom. Again, this started with the bottom on August 5th, and this started on the bottom like the end of April, I think it was May 1st. So we got this bottom at like $6.82, which I called as well, and then it went all the way up to like $11.85, which was a 73% gain in less than 3 weeks. But then the previous event in February was even crazier. So if we go back to February, I think the event was around this. So we had this local bottom here at $4.20. So if we take the price range here at $4.20, and then we went all the way up in like 2 weeks, 90% up because of the event. So this is crazy, all the way up to $8. And then we actually kept pumping, but in May, as you can see, we continued to downtrend until the bottom. So what am I expecting for this big announcement on August 28th? Well, of course, we're up again from a bottom of $3.50. If you can see at the price range right now, we're already up a significant amount. So this is not a little amount. This is already 82% from the bottom. As you can see, in May, we didn't even go that far. In like February, when we even went 91% higher, but of course in May and February we didn't come down from like an 80% downtrend. But what's really important for this event is how is the market reacting. In February we continued to pump because the market was very, very bullish. In May we continued to dump after the event because the market wasn't bullish. So it all depends on the market. But not financial advice. If you bought this bottom at $3, $4, and we pump towards $7, $8 or more, I will give you my Nvidia earnings target at the end of the video. It's definitely not a bad idea to take profits, because profits is profit. A lot of people always say, well, why did you take profits? It can go 10x more. Trust me, profits is profits. So the next major catalyst for render could be token 2049. If you don't know yet what token 2049 is, it's this huge crypto event in which they bring together the leading voices in crypto. And this year it will be in Singapore between September 18 and 19. And during this event, the CEO of Render will be speaking on the main stage, which could be a major catalyst, because if he says things about AI or burning mechanisms and other things on a stage which is really big, which a lot of big investors will attend, it could be very bullish. But what's even more bullish is that the biggest Solana event in the year, Solana Breakpoint, will be between September 20th and 21st. So basically in only 3 days or max 4 days, this could be a major catalyst for Render, because all the CEO of Render will also be speaking at Solana Breakpoint, which is already a massive event. But combined with token 2049, this could be crazy. So Render has a massive catalyst at the end of August with Nvidia earnings, and then at the end of September with token 2049 and Solana Breakpoint. And everybody knows October is the most bullish month of the year, so this could be a very nice end of the year for Render holders. So now let's get on with the second part of this video, which is my short-term Render price prediction. But before I do this, if you want to buy Render, Bitcoin and over 1,000 other crypto coins while getting up to $30,000 in welcome bonus rewards as shown on screen, just go to the top of the description and click on the partner Bybit link. Once you're on the partner Bybit link, you will see my name at the top, also my referral code if you want to sign up with mobile. And don't miss out on this, because you can get $30,000 in welcome rewards, and these kinds of benefits won't last forever, so I would be quick if I was you. When I do a Render short-term price prediction, I always love to take a look at the Fibonacci level. So if we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement here, just take it about $7 something, 7, and then go all the way to the bottom of like $3.40, we can see that Render just went straight to the Fibonacci levels of 0.5 and 0.18, which is a massive bull flag, because usually a lot of tokens, even like Solana and Bitcoin, had a lot of struggle going through this 0.618 when they actually found the bottom. But Render's just going straight through it. A lot of things are coming because altcoins are breaking downtrends, like I showed in the beginning with Render. Also, a lot of volume is coming. Fed rates are also getting cut, so there's a lot of bullish sentiment. But what do I expect for Render? So with this Bitcoin going up and the volume increasing and the Nvidia earnings, I think Render should just go straight to $7. Like, retest this $7 double top. If we get a double top here at Nvidia earnings, we could come back to this $5.60 if the market is bad. So basically what could happen, I'm not saying it will happen, is we go to the $7, and then once at the $7, if we get a double top, remember we got a double top in May as well, we could go down back to, like, let's say the levels of $5.60, which could be a great support to go up again. But of course, there's a massive breakout happening as well, and this could bring us much higher. So this is a breakout I actually talked about during this week on Twitter. So it's going here from this May top, and it has like 3 touch points, which is always a very bullish indicator, and I talked about this on Twitter. And as you can see, it actually broke this massive downtrend which was happening from the dump on May 22nd. So this breakout brings us to some new levels as well. So if we take a look at the Fibonacci level, not this one, but basically from the entire bull run top so far, so let's go back to like 1364, we can see that there are new levels which could be very bullish for Render. So we're talking about the 0.5 at 8.52 and the 0.16 at 9.7. I'm expecting, to be honest, a lot of people to start selling at this level, because usually a lot of people already sell at the 6.18. That's why it usually gets denied at this level, but now a lot of people are also holding since 3.4, which is a massive, almost like a 3x. So what we could see right now, if this massive bull trend goes on, is that we can go straight to like test this maybe $10 and then probably come back down to like maybe this level and then pump through. But it all depends on the market sentiment as well. Just always take a look at how is the market acting, because if Bitcoin tanks to 58k, we just tank together. Like there's no way Render's gonna outperform that hard. But if Bitcoin just stays steady and Render pushes towards the Nvidia news, this could be crazy. Also in September, like I said, we have the rate cuts, which is a massive event, but that also could be a sell the news event. But we will talk about this in the next videos. Like in next week's video, we will talk about the Fed rate cut, what could be the impact, what are my thoughts. But so far, Render is doing incredible. It broke this 0.236 resistance line very easy as well on the macro Fibonacci trend. So Render's looking very strong. I called the breakouts this week. I'm still looking at what is going to happen during Nvidia earnings. Like, as I said, what we could see is another sell the news event, or if the market pumps, we could get a February and we could keep pumping. So it basically you have to look at the market. Like if Render goes plus 30 on that day or plus like 10%, and every other coin is minus 5% or 2%, you know it's going to be a sell the news event, because if market sentiment is down, why would Render pump on its own? So yeah, it's going to be very difficult, but it's looking very great right now for Render to push also towards this major resistance at 0.382 at like 7.32. So this could be a next level as well. So the trend is looking really good. I'm not expecting that much resistance, so maybe come back to like 5.60 worst case, but at the end, the trend looks very good. So do your own research. It's just my opinion as well, but I'm bullish on Render and next week could be incredible. So I hope everybody has enjoyed this video. Be sure to like this video if you did. Also follow me on Twitter @TheRealDog to know when I talk about crypto, Render and other very bullish news. Subscribe to my channel for more crypto content. Click on the screen right now if you want to find out the best method to invest in Render to maximize profits. And YouTube, until next time.